Welcome to the Del Walmsley Radio Show. Listen and grow as Del questions the status quo, encourages you to think differently, and empowers you to make a better life. Get ready as Del challenges core beliefs, seeks the truth, and reveals the roadmap to the lifestyle you really want. And now your host, multi-millionaire, national award-winning investor, CEO and founder of Lifestyles Unlimited, Del Walmsley.
Welcome to the Del Walmsley Radio Show, where the hype ends and the help begins. I'm your host, Del Walmsley, and as always, we're working on your financial freedom. Today, my friends, we're continuing this week's saga of trying to get you to understand how important life-changing information can be. You know, we talk about it all the time that many of you are living a life of quiet desperation. Some of you, it's not so quiet, right? You're just pretty desperate. But many of you are just really living a good life. So why should we look into this? Well, what gets in the way of a great life is a good life. You've got your job, you got your 401k, you got your IRA, you're paying off your home. All that is getting you to right where you're at. And I always say, if what you've been doing for the last 5 years hasn't retired you, it's not going to retire you in the next 5 or the next 10 or the next 20. What you do is creating a middle-class life. The way you do it is the middle-class plan. And it's fine if that's all you aspire to be. I don't think it is, though, if you're listening to this radio show. So what we need to do is get across to you a couple things. Number one, it is real. You can do it. That's important. Number two, most people who set out to do it and are willing to follow the map that we teach, it's going to get you there somewhere between 2 to 7 years. We like to just throw an average out there of 5. You might be saying, if you're type A, well, I want to retire today, tomorrow. Isn't there some transaction I can do that can retire me tomorrow? Possibly, if you're already very wealthy and we just use the money you have that's not being utilized correctly. But in most cases, the average person listening to this radio show is someone that has between, I would guess, 25,000 to a million, maybe 2. And so we've got to start you wherever you're at and build your wealth from there. We're trying to build cash flow, streams of cash flow. Now, I had a guy send me an email. Actually, he put it on Facebook. This is actually on Facebook. So I'm going to read this one to you. I think it's rather interesting. It said, hey, I just saw this. Here we go. Technically, I guess, you could say I got the property for $750 out of pocket. Now, what he's talking about is a duplex. The state of Texas had the first-time buyers deal that Michonne Childress with Lifestyles Unlimited, it's one of our agents, found for me. So the real closing cost plus initial down payment would have been $22,000. Now, when you hear this, the $22,000 isn't even that bad. I just want you to understand that. But the state of Texas paid all of that for me as long as I retain the property for at least 3 years. After 3 years, you don't have to pay that back. It took a while, but I saved up $12,000 for the repairs, and I had to pay that out of pocket. So all I paid was for an inspection and appraisal, which came out to about $750 to buy it, but technically about $12,750 total, being $12,000 for repairs, $750 to buy it, is what I paid. I raised the rents to $1,590 per side. This is the duplex. And the property rented within a week. I make $900 a month cash flow. And just found a duplex next to mine that's worth $360,000. Went to look at buying it. And so that means I made at least $129,000 in equity the day I bought this property. And that is an 84.7% rate of return. Now, I want you to listen to that. Savings accounts right now are doing great. They're paying about 5.5%. This is an incredible deal. Just so happened that it went out to one of our members. And he was smart enough to jump on it when it happened, right? Now, also, this is a first-time buyer's discount from the state. And so I wouldn't have qualified for it anyway. But 84.7% return. Think about that. Now, let's go on to the next part. He captured $129,000 worth of equity. So we take $129,000 and divide that by the $12,750 that he put into it. And he's got 101% rate of return. 101% rate of return. Wow. That's unbelievable. That's really unbelievable. So he actually made 1,000% return, guys. On $12,000, he made $129,000. It's 1,011% return. I messed the math up. 1,011% return. But guys, you want to show up this weekend. You don't want to miss this. When you've got guys like Dustin and all the ambassadors getting people to come so we can network, and you want to network. That's, if you're going to be a passive investor or you're going to be a lead investor, if you're an aspiring lead, you absolutely need to be at this event. So now, for those of you that are not members, I'm making it absolutely easy for you to get into this thing. Normally, our membership costs $740 per year for the first year, then $240 per year after that to renew. I'm going to give you 2 years of membership for only $297. Now, to take advantage of that, you got to go to the special webpage. It's called DellHelpMeNow.com. That's DellHelpMeNow.com. When you go there, it's going to allow you to register for $297 for 2 years, but you got to put in the promo code DEL, D-E-L. Once you put the promo code in, it will offer you that price. Next, you have to register for a workshop. There's a bunch of them there. We have them all the time. You want to catch the one that I'm doing this weekend, make sure you look for the one. It should be the first one on the list because it's the next one coming up. But it's for Houston, Texas, the 9th and 10th of March. And you want to sign up for that one there so that you can get in and spend 2 days with me. And like I said yesterday, I guarantee you, if you come to this, you will come away with so much information, it will blow you away. And you will say, I got 10 times the value of what I paid for. 10 times easy. I guarantee you'll walk away that way. Because I will stop no less than 10 times and say, did this piece of information allow you to see how you can change your life forever? Because there are these massive aha moments in the 2-day. Massive. Whenever you hear me do the Tell Dell radio show, I always ask which one of the aha moments really got you. And everyone's different, but everyone realizes that point in my life just changed. We'll take a short break, be right back with the Del Walmsley radio show.
Teaching you with a roadmap to creating the lifestyle you really want. Keep listening. The Del Walmsley Radio Show returns in moments.
There is a dream killer here somewhere today. You're going to run into somebody that's going to tell you this stuff doesn't work. Like Vinette said, it's a scam. This is probably a multi-level marketing program. Somebody is going to tell you it doesn't work because you're the wrong race, the wrong age, the wrong sex, the wrong sexual preference, the something or other. That this is all set up so rich people can be successful and all you poor people can't. And if you believe that, they've won. But if you don't, you win.
Don't believe the dream killers. Start winning today with the Lifestyles Unlimited free workshop. Get the knowledge you need to replace your income in 2 to 5 years, and then find out how to take action. Register for the free online workshop at lifestylesunlimitedworkshop.com.
You're hearing the Del Walmsley Radio Show. Want more life-changing knowledge? Access our podcast and listen on demand at lifestylesunlimited.com under the radio tab. Now your host, Del Walmsley.
Welcome back to the Del Walmsley Radio Show. We've been talking today about this 2-day that's coming up and how important it is. And, I won't use an entire radio show to talk about an event unless the event is just incredible. This event coming up is that incredible. People are telling me, well, can I catch this later? Can I see you later in the year? Nope. It's not because I'm mean. It's just I only do one of these a year. And if you miss it, you miss it. So don't miss it. I had a guy send me an email and it said, unfortunately, I cannot attend the 2-day this weekend, March 9th and 10th. I have previous travel plans. I have previously participated in 4 online searches twice. The next time, when's the next best time I can hear from you in person? And I told him, I said, you can't. In fact, another person emailed me also and said, well, I've got my daughter. I've got to take her back to college this weekend. And I said, look, you need to figure out one of 3 things. I mean, either take her back Friday so you can be here Saturday and Sunday, have your wife take her back, have your mother take her back, put her in an Uber, get her on a bus. But you need to be here. And the guy thought about it for a day and he emailed me back and said, yeah, you're right, I need to be there. And he said, I got it arranged, it's taken care of. This guy right here also figured out how he could rearrange his weekend, you know. And I know a lot of you out there go to church. Listen, if missing church one day is going to send you to hell, then I think you belong to the wrong church, man. Religion is supposed to help you. Then missing this isn't helping you. You can go on a Wednesday and make it up. You could go twice next Sunday to make it up. If it adds up that way, whatever. But the bottom line is that, you know, well, maybe you just take Wednesday. There's church on Wednesdays. Go on Wednesday instead of Sunday. But whatever it is, you need to get here. I've had preachers before of various different genres say to me that, you know, they really wanted to be in, but for years they couldn't come because they were teaching. You can take and bring on a friend, have a guest preacher one weekend. It's not going to kill you. And I've had them do that, bring in guest preachers, come to the class and change their life and realize that if they're financially successful, they can help a lot more people than if they're broke. You know, there's a lot more help you can produce in this world if you're not broke, if you got enough. And I always tell people that. It's one of the interesting points of my seminars, case studies and stuff is if you don't have enough to give some of it away, you don't have enough. Because if you're still scrounging around, trying to figure out how to make ends meet, and you did that at $5,000 a month income, and you're still doing that at $10,000 a month income, and you're still doing that at $20,000 a month income, you'll be that way at $100,000 a month income. It's a way of thinking. It's a lack mentality that there's never enough. And one of the things you come to a 2-day like this for is to come learn the abundance mentality. The abundance mentality means there's enough for everybody. A lot of people say, well, these deals look good, but there's not going to be enough for me. We've been doing this for 35 years. We have 50,000 members. There's enough for you. Because these deals occur every single day and then disappear. And that's what you have to understand. You don't see them because they're gone. Because they appeared and knowledgeable people jumped on them, made them happen, and then they disappeared. If you're knowledgeable, if you're there standing in line waiting for these and we're helping you find them, you're going to find these deals. That's all there is to it. Now, how many of these deals do you need? What if you only did one deal a year, like the one we talked about in the first segment where the guy put up $12,750 and it made $129,000 and $900 a month positive cash flow? How many of those do you really need to do a year to make it worth your while? Because the thing you got to realize is once you do one of these deals, you're watching, you're waiting, and one appears. If you're ready mentally, if you've been educated and you jump on it, you made that $129,000, but you're still making that $900 a month. So every month, month in, month out for the rest of your life, you're making $900 a month. And you could just say, wow, that was a great addition if I did nothing more than that. But then again, 6 months from now or 8 months from now or 12 months from now, you might get motivated again. You go, you know what, I'm going to get back in line. I'm going to go get another one of these. And then you go get another one. And that's how some people do it. Other people, after they do the first one, they go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, quite honestly. And they just stand in line every day. I mean, it's not like you're actually going somewhere to stand in line. I probably shouldn't use that metaphor. It's like you're there, say, hey, I'm waiting, I'm on the list. And we send these deals out to people that are on the list that are interested. And then whoever first come, first served jumps on it, boom. We take them out and show it. If they don't want it, the second person that jumped on it, boom, they get it. Second one doesn't, third one gets it. And what's really fun, by the way, I think all the mentors enjoy this, is when the first and the second person pass the deal up, go, oh my gosh, that's just really bad shape. And the third person does it and then comes back and does a case study and shows everybody they made, these ridiculously high rates of return, like 50 to 100% return on equity capture. Now, this guy right here just made $129,000 on $12,000. That's a 1,011% return. That one's not normal, okay? Looking at that one's not normal, but it sure is normal to get up to 50 to 100% return on these things. So this is really a chance for you to get involved. Now, if you've never been, you want to get in, save some money doing it. Get started right now while I'm giving the membership away for almost nothing, because I want you to my class. That's what I want. Not join up this and get the discount and wait 2, 3, 4, 5 months. I'm giving you the discount to come to my class this weekend, right? Now, if you want to sign up and come, you can go to my webpage called DellHelpMeNow.com. Dell Help Me Now. And Dell's DEL, by the way. When you go in there, you're going to see the price is $740 for 1 year. You're going to put in the code DEL, and that's going to knock that down to $297. And that's for 2 years then. It will say $297, and then it will say 2 years. And then you're going to pick which of the seminars you want to go to. Please pick mine. Please show up this weekend. That's what I'm giving you the discount for. Now, if you, for any chance, can't make it, pick a different one. There's a bunch of them in there because we give these things on a regular basis. It's just I don't give them on a regular basis. So I'd really like to have you come to mine and attend with me so that I can work with you personally, because there's going to be a lot of updated information that's going to be really relevant that I want you guys to pick up. So I'm looking at this email here. Say, okay, that guy had two different people, two different emails who said they couldn't make it, but somehow they found a way to make it. That's what I need you to do. I need you to somehow figure out how you can get 2 days of your life back. Take it back from whoever has it. Who has control of your Saturday and Sunday this weekend? Take it back. Take that life of quiet desperation, stick your head out the window and go, I can't take it anymore. I got to go see Dell. Spend 2 days with me. I guarantee you, asking me questions, eating lunch with me, eating dinner with me, going out for drinks afterwards, whatever we need to do to get you wrapped around what we do so you can understand how the people that hang out with me are millionaires. That's what you're coming for. You're going to meet a bunch of these people too, by the way, because like I said, I've got the ambassadors sending these people in. So you can come in and meet these people and see, what these people are like that have already done it. See how they relate to you, how you relate to them, what it's going to take, how many steps, what did they think about it? Were they scared too? Which they're all scared. Everybody's scared when you start something new, myself included. Every time I do something new, I'm afraid. Especially, with financial stuff, you always hate to think you're going to lose some money, make a mistake. Email came to me today asking, is it possible to take a 1031 exchange and split it amongst more than one property? In other words, he has one property selling, he's got a massive amount of equity. Or capital gains. He doesn't want to pay the taxes on the capital gains, so he wants to do a 1031 to move the equity forward into another deal or group of deals. And he's asking, can you do a group? And the answer is absolutely yes. There's so many different ways to split up a 1031 exchange. And when you go to the 2-day, by completing the 2-day, I'm going to give you for free, if you answer my questionnaire at the 2-day, I'm going to give you a free class. It's videotaped. It's one of the top 1031 guys in the country and myself going through how 1031s work, all the ups, the downs, the sideways, the whole bit. and the tricks. And he's got some tricks, man. Some really good stuff. It's all legal. You have to understand that. These are things that are in the law that allow people to get out of paying capital gains taxes. Now, having said that, in the 2-day itself, in the first day, I'm going to show you how you can get out of paying income taxes on the earned income, or the rental income portion, and the capital gains portion of real estate investing. And this is very, very important if you understand this, that if you make $100,000 a year, you're paying, somewhere between 30 and 40% in taxes, depending on where you live. You're only taking home $60,000 to $70,000 a year. And that means to replace your earned income with real estate, if you do it correctly, and that's what's so important about coming to this class, is that if you don't buy real estate correctly, you won't get the coverage you need, and you'll still end up paying taxes. I see people do it all the time. They do it wrong. And it's so simple to come learn how to do it right. $297 may save you tens of thousands of dollars of taxes. It's just mind-boggling that I can't get people to come learn this stuff it's all real. It's real. It's been around forever. It's going to be around forever, would be my guess, because, hey, everybody wealthy out there who has anything to do with politics wants real estate to be a shelter. If they didn't want it to be a shelter, they would have changed it over the last 3 or 4 different administrations. In other words, the Republicans were in, they didn't change it. They made it better, way better. Trump made it so unbelievably good, it's hard to even fathom. But Biden hasn't changed it back. And the Democrats have been in power. You got Obama didn't change it. Trump didn't change it. Biden didn't change it. And I could go backwards forever, but you're probably too young to even know any of the people I'm talking about. Clinton didn't change it. Let's go on back. Bush didn't change it. Nobody changed it, guys, because they want it there. They want you to be able to earn this income tax-free because they want you to own real estate. They want the infrastructure of the country to be strong. And so when you come this weekend, I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's going to boggle your mind how easy it is, because it's just the tax election is all it is. Any CPA that doesn't know how to get you out of paying taxes doesn't know what they're doing. They just don't. And I'm not talking about getting out of paying taxes by hiding income or by creating fake expenses or adding expenses. I mean, sure, anybody can have a business. Okay, now let's think about this for a second. You own a business and you put all kinds of expenses in there, personal expenses, you turn them into business expenses, and boom, at the end of the year, you show you have no income. Now you wonder why you can't get a loan. The loan you need to go become a millionaire or a multimillionaire or a billionaire. You can't because you show no income. But with real estate, I show my income, millions of dollars of income. And then I show them my depreciation schedule, and they take it all back off. So I pay it in and I get it back. Now, literally, I could possibly just prove that I've got enough that I'm not going to pay taxes and not even pay it in. I like actually paying it in. I'll tell you why I do. Because I'm almost 70 years old. I've never been audited. So when you pay it in, the government sees you're not trying to get away from paying it. It's not like you just never give them any money. I give them money, but then I make them give it back. And what that does in my mind, which I'm sure is probably 100% wrong, but in my mind, that means they know I'm not avoiding taxes. I'm legally avoiding taxes. And then they say, okay, there's all the material, there's all the proof, there's all the documents. I guess that's why we got to give it back to them. And guys, they wouldn't give it back to me. Do you understand that? They wouldn't give it back to me if they thought I was doing something wrong. So that's what we need. I need you to get in here this week and learn how to earn tax-free income, right? So it comes down to one thing. The last email, the guy goes, hey, I finally got it after all these years, what you meant about being a type A and type B. I'm a type A. My husband's a type B. I'm excited. I want to do something. My husband, I can't get him off the couch. What do? The bottom line is the only way you get a type B to do something is show him the proof that it actually works. You've got to get them to come to the 2-day. That's the only way you can change their mind. You, on the other hand, they're not going to believe, because as a type A, you've probably started 1,000 projects and finished very few of them. So what you're going to do is you're going to say to them, look, I know that I've been impetuous in the past. And I've come up with a lot of ideas that may or may not have been good ideas. But this time, I want you to come tell me what's wrong. Bring your type B personality person to the seminar this weekend so they can tell you what I'm saying is wrong. That's all I'm asking. Now, that's pretty safe. If you come and you bring the type B to say no, that's about as safe as it can be. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to come, listen to what I have to say. You may walk away and go, you know what? I really don't want to be rich. I really don't want to retire. That was a whole lot of really interesting stuff, but, I really want to go back to my crochet or get to my Pilates class. I really don't care. Man, that's the way it is. Because life isn't about the money. It's about the lifestyle. Have a wonderful day. Remember, DellHelpMeNow.com, promo code Dell. See you this weekend. Bye-bye.
The information and opinions you hear on the Del Walmsley radio show are those of the host, Del Walmsley, his guests, and his callers. The Del Walmsley show is for entertainment purposes only. Please consult a professional regarding your personal investment needs. Nothing presented on the Del Walmsley show constitutes an endorsement, recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or security.